Good morning. This morning, as we start our service, we'll join our voices in song. There are two things that I'd like you to teach you this morning, both of which are fairly simple. The first is just one word. I'm going to sing it once, and then I'd like you to sing it back to me. It's 4 times you sing the word listen. Listen, 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 listen. Listen, one more time. Listen, 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 And there'll be other parts going on above you, but that is the part we need you to hold down nice and confidently. The other song this morning is called The River. It's okay. River, heal my soul when I go down, down to the water. By the water I feel whole. River, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Thank you.
There it is. Welcome to those of you here in our sanctuary. Welcome to those of you watching from near and far. We are glad you are with us. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, whatever your trials or celebrations, you are welcome here. We invite you to join us on this great journey of the mind, heart, and the spirit. For those that I've not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Leah Davis, and I serve as the music director here. And I hope you will I want to invite you to join me here on Saturday, April 2nd. Capitol Hill Concerts is bringing Miguel Espinosa Flamenco Fusion. This is a fantastic group. They sell out huge venues, and we're just so grateful that they said yes to playing here in our modest-sized room. You can learn more and get tickets at capitolhillconcerts.com. And I also have a quick announcement about Blue Books available in the community room. But Diane, I'm sorry, I don't know where you are, and I don't know what. Yeah, so Blue Books, can you just tell people what these are? Quickly. Okay, resources for seniors, right? Okay, thank you. So this past week, we marked the 2-year anniversary of the day everything got canceled. Do you remember that day? I remember Friday, March 13th, vividly, the day we decided to cancel my daughter's 9th birthday party, cancel all of our live music performances that were on our calendar, and cancel in-person worship here at First Unitarian. And we all became much better acquainted with Zoom, right? And in those early weeks of the quarantine, we all had to pivot. And many of us felt a lot of uncertainty and denial and fear. I am certain that you experienced your own cancellations, losses, swirl of emotions. And we come together this morning to continue to hold space for all that we've felt and experienced over these 2 difficult years. I am profoundly grateful to Colleen Bryan for holding the Pandemic Stories Project, in which she invited our community to share their stories. In Colleen's words, these stories stitched together form a memory quilt, a gift to future generations. I invite you to read these stories on our website if you have not done so already. And so last month, 3 of our members, Barry Osborne, Carol Welsh, and Ellen Cahill, they shared their stories with our congregation. And as I sat here listening to their stories, it was so clear to me that while we are eager to move forward with our lives and to reclaim and renew our missing connections, each one of us is also carrying our own pandemic stories and losses. Author Michael Meade writes, "Memory is a river that flows in both directions at once. Seeing what lies ahead requires remembering what went before." And today we will take time to look back and acknowledge and make space for our grief, our sorrows, and our joys. And we do this because, while it is not always pleasant to do so, to revisit those difficult memories, it can be profoundly healing to do so. As Reverend Mike reminded us last week, when it comes to our emotions, what we resist persists. And to make space for what we feel together with others in this supportive community reminds us that we are not alone and that each of us has experienced loss and great change during this unsettled time. Today, we also welcome the first day of spring. And on this spring equinox, when light and darkness are in balance, we will spend time savoring the present moment, looking back to hold our memories, and also moving forward into a new season of renewal and hope. And I hope you have noticed that there's a river running through our sanctuary. It was lovingly constructed by Ingrid Porter. Where is Ingrid? It is so much more than I envisioned. It's just, I'm feeling so much love. So this was constructed out of fabric collected from our congregants, all of you. It's a beautiful representation of our community, created by all of us coming together as individuals. This river forms the through line of our service today. It serves as an extended metaphor for memory, transformation, and healing. Rivers are rhythmic. They flow through time and space, continually becoming and letting go, changing and being changed. So later in the service, you will be invited to visit this river and also do a bit of writing on the piece of paper that you received as you came in today. If you don't have a piece of paper shaped like a leaf or a flower and something to write with, could you please raise your hand at this time and we will make sure you have one. If you are joining us from home today, I invite you to find a piece of paper and something to write with to use a little bit later in our service. So true to myself, I have pretty much laid out the entire service for you before we have even begun. This is what I do. Nevertheless, I invite you to remain open to mystery and transformation. I call us to worship now with words written by Leslie Takahashi. We gather as many drops, each winding our own path down life's surfaces and ruts. Here we pool together as a single body, flowing together for a time. Together we are a stream, at times even a river, for with our shared force we can travel towards oceans of meaning and seas of connection. Once again, welcome to worship this morning.
This morning, I'd like you, as we sing our welcome song, I'd like you to turn to neighbor, whether you know them or not, and sing this song maybe a little bit to them. Wherever you are and whoever you are welcome here. We are many, we are one. The light of the world is within you. Sacred and worthy is your soul. A place has been made for you. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm Tina Proctor with the Giving and Action Committee, and I am very, very pleased to introduce Jennifer Kleppel, who will be talking to us about a really, really wonderful program for those who are experiencing homelessness. It's called Showers for All, and it's a great story. So please welcome her.
Good morning. It is so great to be with all of you today. I am Jennifer Kleppel, and I'm one of the co-founders of Showers for All. And Showers for All is a mobile laundry and shower trailer serving our unhoused population in Denver and surrounding cities. Our trailer was built with 2 full-size bathrooms. It has toilets and sinks and a really nice shower like one that we experience in our homes. And then it has 3 washer and dryer units so that we can do everyone's laundry and return it to them clean and folded at the end of the day. We built our trailer so that people experiencing homelessness could have an opportunity to shower the way we do, individually on their own, so they can charge things and they have a moment of peace and rejuvenation. I want to tell you a story of my friend Neil, who joined us in Civic Center Park this summer. Neil came to us one day with a port and showed us the port in his chest. And he said, "Is there any way I can get in the shower today? I know it's the end of the day and your list is full, but I would really just like to get clean." And we got him in, and we heard him agonizingly cleaning his port for the next 25 minutes. And he popped his head out and said, "I just need a little bit more time. This is the first time that I'm going to walk into the hospital, and they're not going to be frustrated that my port is infected because I've been able to clean it." So we gave him more time, and he cleaned all around it, and he popped out with this huge smile on his face and gave us all a hug and said, "You will see me every single time I'm here until I'm gone, but I'm so grateful that I get to walk in to treatment for his cancer that he had and not have to treat the infection first." It's a really incredible story, and Neil spent lots of time with us just taking that shower and telling us stories of his life, and it has been such a gift for us to get to be a part of that. There are so many stories like Neil's. There are stories of finally getting a job or feeling confident to go into a job interview. There are people that are getting placed in housing, and they got to go to their housing interviews clean for the first time. Showers and laundry are often a forgotten service. It's something that we often take for granted, or when we prioritize the things that we think our unhoused neighbors need, it doesn't make the top of the list. But we've seen the benefits of hygiene and health, especially in the last 2 years. And so we hope that you'll join us and be a part of providing hope and dignity for our neighbors living on the street.
Okay, so that brought tears to my eyes. Oh boy. Okay. Just to remind you about how to give to this organization. I'm sure many of you have done this in the last 2 years already, but the times that we've been in together or from at home, I'm just doing a reminder. First of all, if you're here, there's a big red basket as you leave, and you can put your money in there. Okay, yeah, she's holding it up. Thank you. I just put my money in my pocket, and then I can just put it right in there. So that helps. And then if you're at home, you can go onto your Breeze account if you're a member easily and give to the Giving in Action. It's a drop down. If you've never done this before, go on to our website, fusden.org, and click Giving at the top, and then click on Donate. And there's kind of a place where it says Give to Annual Operating, and you drop down, and then it says Give to Giving in Action. Is there something on the screen about it? Okay, good. That's great. For those of you at home, if you can just hold your phone up there, right? It's so easy to give money. So thank you very much. It's certainly a very worthy organization, and they're helping a lot of people right now who are experiencing homelessness. Thanks.
Good morning. Well, that was lovely. Yeah, thank you. I wonder if you have a favorite spot that you like to go outside somewhere. Yeah? There is a small creek that I drive over every morning when I take my youngest son to daycare, and I drove across the bridge on the way there and on the way home, over and over and over and over again, before I ever stopped and pulled over to the side of the road and parked and wandered down to stand beside that creek. And I did it during COVID because I was craving outside time, being in a different setting. And so I'm going to invite you now to think about and try to connect with a place that is important to you or a place that you construct during our meditation right now for Time for All Ages. And I'm also going to invite you to find a place where you can be comfortable to meditate for a little bit. And if you are a person like me who's sitting upright in a chair just doesn't work for you, you are welcome to be in the aisles, on the floors, leaning on a wall, wherever you need to be. Please move and find a place that works for you if sitting in your chair is not it. So today we're going to spend some time imagining a river and exploring this river through our senses. We'll imagine a river with the help of guided meditation. And meditation, if you don't know, is a practice of paying attention to the present moment to increase our focus or calmness or well-being. This river meditation was written by Alicia Bashaw and Leah Davis. We begin by connecting with this moment right now, where the waters of the past and future meet in the present moment. Take a moment to become present to what is around you. Stretch out your arms and legs. Roll your neck and shoulders. Flex and extend your fingers and toes. And notice how it feels to be just as you are right now. Find a comfortable position to relax into for the next several minutes. And once you are comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes or rest them gently on a fixed spot in the room. When you are ready, bring your awareness to your breath. Notice how the air feels coming in and out through your nose and mouth. Give thanks for the oxygen that fills your lungs and sustains human life. Allow your breath to flow easily and naturally with its own rhythm and pace, without trying to change it in any way. Imagine that you are standing beside a river and you begin to look around. Where is the river? Are you in a forest, a desert? Perhaps you're in the mountains or in a jungle. Notice what you see around you and zoom out a bit more and notice the river's rhythm. Is it slow? Or perhaps it is strong and raging. Notice the color of the water and what you can see in the water. Imagine the detail of rocks and trees and plants and animals that you may see there. Does your river curve or run straight? How wide is the river? Then notice the sky above you and the quality of the light where you are. Are you alone? And if not, who else is there with you at the river? As you continue to gaze at your river, begin to notice your other senses. What do you smell? What does the earth smell like where you are? Has it been raining here? Can you smell trees or other plants? Take a big breath in through your nostrils and notice what comes to you. Continue to breathe easily with gratitude for your sense of smell. Now notice where you are in relation to the river. Approach the bank if you're not already there, and reach down to pick up a handful of whatever you have found on the edge of the river. What does it feel like to touch? Find a spot to sit down. Is it hard or soft? Begin to feel the support of whatever you are sitting on. Feel the texture and the temperature of this surface with your hands. Now gently bend toward the water and feel it with your fingers. What does the water feel like and how is it moving around your hand? Notice how your fingers change the pattern of the water's flow. Give thanks for all you can feel through your hands and your sense of touch. As you continue to feel the water with your hand, begin to focus in on what you can hear around you. What does the flow of the water sound like? Can you hear people or animals around you, or is it silent? What else do you hear beside the water? As you sit at your riverbank, notice your sense of taste. What can you taste, if anything, as you combine all of your senses to be fully present? Reflect on the gift of your senses and hold gratitude for all that they allow you to perceive and experience. Notice the sun come out now and its shimmering reflection on the water and its warmth. Grounded in the present moment, turn your face to the sun and feel its warmth fill your entire being. Take a deep breath, and I invite you to open your eyes if they're closed. Remember that you can return to this river anytime. Visiting the rivers in our imagination, as well as the rivers in our world, can help us to feel more calm and present.
Listen, 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 listen.
lose yourself in the meantime. Listen, listen,
At this time, I'd like to share a few of the joys and concerns of our community. We send healing thoughts to Rundle Brown. He had surgery this past Wednesday, and it went well, and he's recovering as expected. Sally Manson is also recovering from a recent surgery. She has expressed appreciation for all the good well wishes she's received from this community. Salvador Baez, the husband of Jeanette Vizguera, who lived here in Sanctuary, he is in the ICU. Jeanette's family has requested healing thoughts and financial help, and you can contact Kathy Glatz for more information. With much joy, we celebrate with Christopher Bellinger and Shannon Harrell. They welcomed William Reed into the world this past Thursday. All are healthy and doing well. Yes. We also send our prayers for healing to Paul Reeder. He has been sick with COVID for nearly a month. We pray for Paul's full return to wellness very soon. We continue to hold in our hearts the conflict in Ukraine. We hold hope for the return of justice and peace, and we commit to continue to be a voice of reason, compassion, and healing. We hold these sorrows and joys in our hearts, along with all of those unnamed. Blessed be. Shalom. Amen.
We return now to our river meditation. This time with an intention to look back, recall memories, and honor our recent losses. Find a comfortable position. You're invited to close your eyes once again and rest them on a fixed spot. Find yourself back at the river and take a deep breath. The sun continues to warm you from the top of your head all the way to your toes as you take another deep breath, aware of your surroundings. Walk to the water's edge, stretching out your limbs along the way. Slowly turn your head to the left and look as far back into the horizon as you can. Notice the water's flow, its curves or contours, the width of the river along the way, and anything else in the water that you see. This is the river of the past, where memory lives, ebbs and flows into our present moment, where we stand today, and toward the future, into waters flowing beyond this moment. Notice what your river of memory holds, the thoughts, feelings, and experiences, the hardships, actions, confusions, and celebrations of your life's past. Scan the river and notice the distance between the horizon and where you stand as you look back at your life from this moment now. Continue to scan the river as it grows in width as it approaches you, and begin to take note of the memories swirling in the water from these past 2 years specifically. What experiences did you have? What losses did you endure? How did you adapt? What can you celebrate? What feelings are you holding from this time? All experiences, thoughts, and feelings are welcome, and every river's contents and flow is honored and valid. Take a few moments to be present to all you are feeling without judgment. If you feel vulnerable, extend compassion to yourself. This compassion for your own grief is a source of strength. As you reflect, notice 1 or 2 specific stories, moments, or emotions that stand out to you in your river of memory. What is flowing into your present from your past? As a way to name and honor these experiences, I invite you now to write these memories on the paper you received at the beginning of the service. You can use a word to represent a memory if you choose. In a moment, I will invite you to visit our community river, and if you wish to place your leaf or flower into the river. You are also welcome to spend some time at the river's edge and explore this community river tapestry up close. You're invited to move throughout the sanctuary during this time in silence or you may stay in your seat or stand in place. You are also welcome to cross the bridge and experience the river from the other side. To keep traffic flowing in one direction, please cross the bridge from the front to the back and walk down the ramp only rather than up. For those joining us online, you're invited to share your memories in the chat window at this time. We're also placing a few blank flowers and leaves in the river to hold space for your stories and memories. At this time, and as the music continues, I invite you to visit the river and move throughout this space.
Our monthly theme for March is memory and hope. Sorry, I'm just kind of coming back from that into my body. As we bring our awareness back to this present moment again, I invite you to reflect on hope for a few moments, not as wishful thinking or optimism, but in the words of Václav Havel, as an orientation of the heart and the spirit. Author and activist Joanna Macy writes, "Active hope is a practice. Like Tai Chi or gardening, it is something we do rather than something we have." Author Krista Tippett adds along these lines, "Hope has nothing to do with wishing. It references reality at every turn and reveres truth. Hope, like every virtue, is a choice that becomes a practice, that becomes spiritual muscle memory. And ritual is a powerful way to strengthen our spiritual muscle memory, which is why we're holding so much ritual today. And I hope you will carry forth some practice or element from today's service that has resonated with you. The arc of our service was designed with inspiration from Macy's writings on active hope. She describes this process as a spiral with 4 successive movements. Coming from gratitude, honoring our pain, seeing with new eyes, and finally, going forth. So this morning, we have spent time grounding ourselves in the present moment through our 5 senses and with a focus on gratitude. And through gratitude, we strengthen our capacity to face difficulties and uncertainty in life. And there is a lot of uncertainty. I remember in the early days of the pandemic, naming my gratitude for the most basic things: a simple meal, my family, the trees in the park, the sound of my own voice humming. This gratitude kept me tethered to the present moment. When we make space for and honor our pain and grief, we welcome and recognize the value of all that we feel. It is this pain, in Macy's words, that reveals our profound caring. She reminds us that this caring derives from our interconnectedness to life, with all life. We need not fear it. This pain for the world is a healthy expression of our belonging to life. As we sense our belonging and our connection and look beyond the world that is immediately experienced, we see our world with new eyes. Faith writer Barbara Brown Taylor suggests that we can tap into hope by noticing the holiness of the world around us. The reading Reverend Mike shared last week by Jeff Foster resonated deeply with me, especially these lines, which I'd like to share again. Impermanence has already rendered everything and everyone around you so deeply holy and significant and worthy of your heartbreaking gratitude. Loss has already transfigured your life into an altar. And as we practice noticing the holy around us, we will also notice more the holy within us and between us. We sense that our connection to life is inseparable from our connection to one another. Showing up in this place with this community is a profoundly hopeful and loving act. So this morning, we joyfully welcome our choir back to sing in person for the first time in 2 years. Yeah. And already feeling the tears here. So as the choir comes forward and finds their place On the stage, I would like to share the text of the poem they will be singing, written by E.E. Cummings. Love is a place, and through this place of love, move with brightness of peace, all places. Come on up. Yes is a world. Yes is a world. And in this world of yes, live, skillfully curled, all worlds. As we prepare to go forth from this time of worship together, we ground ourselves once again in the connection and strength of this community. Together, our community has created something that was not there before.
As we return to the river of now, we notice that our community river has changed. The river now holds the leaves and flowers we've placed there, our collective stories and memories, our sorrows and our joys. The river is richer because of these contributions that we have made.
Know that your stories and memories are welcome and significant in the shaping of the river of this community, wherever and however it may flow. And as our communal river changes, we are also changed. There is healing to be found in knowing that we are a part of something bigger than ourselves.
So at this time, I invite you to join us in a responsive reading with words adapted by Ranwa Hamami. Together we will speak these words. This sacred river holds us and heals us. Please join me. This sacred river holds us and heals us.
It is made sacred by the many hands that have created it, the many stories that each drop contains, the many lives surrounding it in this unique moment.
This river holds us and heals us.
May this river continue to flow through the community, connecting us beyond this time of worship and reflecting our stories and experiences back to us.
This river holds us and heals us. May this river nurture our community with sustaining hope that we journey together through currents of growth and challenge and change. This sacred river holds us and heals us.
May this river continue to bless this community with loving reminders of our collective responsibility to one another and to the world.
This river holds us and heals us.
In moments when the reservoirs of our hearts and spirits are drained by sorrow or pain or grief, may it nourish us with the knowledge that we are surrounded by a deep and abundant love.
This sacred river holds us and heals us. May it be. Blessed be. We are going to sing together again. So at this time, I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join us in singing the chorus of The River by Coco Love Alcorn, which you learned at the beginning of the service. Please remain standing for our closing affirmation and our benediction after that.
River is a healer, the river is a sage. The river knows no end, and the river feels no age. The river is a leader every single day. It's living in the moment, and it always finds a way. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down to the river, by the water I feel whole. River calls me over. It's calling out my name. In the day slow. River, take me to where I need to go. Oh, and I will just relax and I'll let the river flow. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole.
For today's benediction, I've selected two passages from a longer poem called The River Clarion by Mary Oliver. I don't know who God is exactly, but I'll tell you this. I was sitting in the river named Clarion on a water-splashed stone, and all afternoon I listened to the voices of the river talking.
Whenever the water struck a stone, it had something to say, and the water itself, and even the mosses trailing under the water. And slowly, very slowly, it became clear to me what they were saying. Said the river, I am part of holiness. And I too, said the stone, and I too, whispered the moss beneath the water.
And still, pressed deep into my mind, the river keeps coming, touching me, passing by on its long journey, its pale, infallible voice singing. Our service is ended. I hope you will join us outdoors on this beautiful first day of spring for community and connection. Go in peace.
There is a unity that makes us one and binds us forever together throughout all time, through life and death, and the space between the stars. Throughout all time, through life and death, and the space between the stars.